Kyle Knizovich here with Jerry Lee Atwood. It's First Friday, Circle City Industrial Complex, downtown Indianapolis, Union Western Clothing. You see the Posty cardboard cutout back there. He was on the cover, Indianapolis Monthly. That's us with us at Emmis Communications back in December of 19. And he makes suits, custom tailored suits. And you've seen him on Post Malone and Lil Nas X. When Post Malone comes to town, do you hang with Posty?
No, I've actually never met Post Malone. Everyone asks me that. I work through his stylist, so unfortunately, I've never met the guy.
Post is coming to Bankers Life Fieldhouse this Sunday. Is there anything that fans can expect new on Sunday?
Not from me.
No. Do you think he's going to wear something maybe that you've made in the past?
No, probably not.
Probably not.
No, I reached out to his stylist and said when he plays here, like, please let me embroider at least whatever he's wearing.
Yeah.
Because I thought it'd be cool to do like either basketball theme or like Indy 500 theme, but I never heard back.
I might have to. I'll get to the cost of these things, these custom suits. I might have to try to get a custom jacket. I'm not sure I can afford a whole suit, but I was thinking of microphones and Pacers Indy 500.
Yeah,
you said that's pretty cool. So
that'd be awesome.
The biggest question is, okay, how does someone in Indianapolis, downtown Indy, Jerry Lee Atwood, design suits for global superstars like Post Malone and Lil Nas X?
Well, a few years back, probably like 8 years ago or so, I started an Instagram account. Everyone said, you gotta be on Instagram. So I reluctantly started an Instagram account and started posting my work. And, you go from posting your work on Facebook where your friends see it. And then suddenly, like if you use hashtags wisely, you're appealing to a more global audience. And so eventually, it got the attention of Post Malone's stylist. So when she started working with him, she reached out to me and some other designers on Instagram and said, like, I'm working with this artist. I like your work. I'd love to have you make something for him. So it started there and has just really blown up from there.
What does it cost to look like Post Malone?
I try not to reveal my prices,
Okay, all right.
But typical suit starts around $2,500 and goes up from there. So $2,500 would definitely be the low end for like a really basic suit with not a lot of embroidery or rhinestones. And then, kind of the sky's the limit from there.
And we were talking about this before we started the interview, but for something like this, something custom made, Post Malone, what are the type of man hours that you put in this?
A suit that has that amount of embroidery and rhinestones typically takes about 120 hours. There was one project where me and some of the people that I was working on with it, because I have rhinestoners and other people that I have come in and help me get projects done more quickly. And we figured out that there's about 120 hours in one suit.
Wow.
When
Posty, he won 2 awards, I think, at the AMAs, wore a suit to the Grammy, performed the Elvis tribute with Keith Urban, did the Bud Light dive tour with the yellow suit.
So the yellow suit was not mine.
That wasn't yours?
No.
Okay, I was thinking that one was
yours
too.
So that was the blue suit actually made this suit for the AMA, or that he ended up wearing to the AMA.
Yeah.
Was originally made for the Bud Light dive tour.
Okay, I knew I read something about
because
that.
the stylist direction was Bud Light blue, which that was. But he wore the yellow suit, which is made by a woman named Judith, who runs a company in LA called Rose Cut Clothing. So I was a little bit dejected, when he wore something else.
Yeah.
But then, after a few months, and I continued to work on stuff with him because she really liked the suit that I made. But then he finally came out on the red carpet at the AMAs in 2018 wearing the blue suit.
The blue suit. And then there was the green one too, right?
There was a green suit. There was a velvet dragon suit that he wore to the Grammys in 2019, in early 2019.
So when you see these suits, red carpet, Grammys, what goes through your head?
It's like, yeah, it's very, very surreal, you know. So like when I first started doing this, when I first started making Western wear, I honestly thought I'd be lucky if I could make something for like a local band that got a little bit of like notoriety and maybe went on tour and would commission me to do it, or to make suits for them. And I thought I might get like a nice little write-up in the Indie Star or something. But no, I never imagined I would make stuff for, people who are worldwide celebrities.
Yeah.
And you know, one thing that's kind of cool is that, I Google my name all the time because I'm a nerd. but I just also just kind of like look up, like interesting facts related to kind of what I do.
Sure.
But the Billboard, the top artist of 2019 was Post Malone, and the top song was Old Town Road.
And that's where I was going next.
Like,
yeah, Lil Nas
so
X.
it's just amazing. It's just amazing to like two celebrities, two pop stars that are like at the top of their game and the best known in the world, or I'm able to like put clothes on them, and that's just amazing. And I think a testament to kind of like how far Indianapolis has come culturally as a city, because people are like, oh, it's nap town, it's this like sleepy town, nothing's happening here, and it's like there's world-class like artists and musicians coming out of this place, and I'm proud to be a part of that.
The suit that was in Lil Nas X Old Town Road video came from you. It was pretty cool. Then you talked about Diplo, right?
Yeah.
So Diplo, EDM artist, for those who don't know, incredibly popular. He's been, I think he's been to Indy 500 for one of the Snake Pit shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So who reached out to you after they heard about Diplo?
Who reached out to me?
TMZ.
Oh yeah, TMZ.
Yeah.
So I made a suit for Diplo. I worked his stylist Samantha Burkhart, who's also the stylist for Billie Eilish and is kind of considered one of the top stylists in the game. Commissioned a suit for Diplo, which he wore to the AVN Awards. Which, if you don't know what the AVN Awards are, look that up. You'll have a whole lot of fun. But TMZ reached out to me and said, the next time you make a suit similar to that, let us know, because we want to do a little piece about you. And the suit that I made had, it's NSFW, let's just say that. Not safe for work.
Not safe for work. Well, that's pretty cool. I also read Von Miller. What about, did the suit for Chris Shiflett of the Foo Fighters, did that ever happen? He came
I haven't,
right?
Yeah, so I haven't. I've talked to Chris Shiflett. Like, we keep talking, and like we just can't like figure out really a time to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when the Foo Fighters came to town in summer of 2018,
yep.
He came over to my house, which was really kind of wild. His limo driver sat out, in his stretch Hummer or whatever it was for an hour. It was like Cadillac Escalade or whatever. While he was inside meeting with me, and I was like, "Is that guy okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, he's cool." so I just like hung out with Chris Shiflett of the Foo Fighters for an hour, and I took his measurements and talked to him about his suit. And then when he played at the Hi-Fi, he has a little solo. Well, it's not really. He has a band, but it's his solo project, I guess. He invited me, and then he looked for me after he performed. He was like, "Yeah, I looked for you," but for some reason, I didn't think he was gonna like come out after the performance and like do a meet and greet. So I kind of hung out for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I don't know if he's coming out. So I ended up leaving, like Ubering home. And then he's like, yeah, I looked for you and couldn't find you. So like we just haven't like connected, but he's a fan and he's interested.
I went to that show back to back and then went to Wrigley, I think, a day or two later. So
Oh, okay.
that'd be pretty cool
Yeah,
if you get to do that. I saw your chalkboard over here, and it has my future girlfriend's name on it. Halsey.
Yeah,
So have
Halsey.
you had a chance to make something for her or go into in the future?
Well, I made something for her for her performance on SNL. So a lot of the times these stylists will have a lot of pieces made for performers, and they don't always get worn for the event that they're made for. So I made her a vest and a pair of pants, which she did not wear on SNL. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it sometime in the future. But her stylist has reached out about working on some other projects. But, it's a lot of the times with stylists, it's like we need something, in a week. We need a full outfit in a week. And a lot of times it's just, I can't fit it into my schedule. But, it's nice to be on someone's radar and, they like the work that I do, so.
I'm a big fan of Doritos. Cool Ranches is my number one.
Yeah.
Which commercial was Doritos commercial with Post?
So posted a commercial for it was the Malone Doritos. So he changed his identity to Post Malone on social media. And he wore a suit that was lime green with lots of rhinestones and Doritos embroidered down the sleeve and flames. It was really, really fun commercial. So it was like, he was in the commercial, he was singing the song Wow. And, like eating Doritos. And, it was a fun piece. I thought it was kind of ridiculous when his stylist reached out and asked to do it. I was like, oh God, what am I getting myself into, But it was a fun project. Like I had a lot of fun designing and making it. And then seeing the commercial was just like, yeah, this is cool, and it's just, I think it's like the most on brand thing for Post, anything that he does for just his, I think he's kind of untouchable with his, I don't know, it's kind of like trashy but cool.
Yeah. I have tickets to the show.
Awesome.
I think he makes some killer music, so I'm looking forward to it.
I don't have tickets to the show. I thought about asking his stylist, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm sure she'll hook you up. I mean, you make suits for the guy.
I know. I hate to. I always am afraid of over asking for anything. So I'm pretty mellow dude. So.
Well, if they hit you up, hey, hit me up so we can all go kick it.
Yeah.
If
anybody has a ticket for herself for really cheap, because people think I'm making lots of money making stuff for Post Malone, but I don't really make that much money. Well, I make a decent amount of money. Let me just say, I make a decent amount of money, but probably not as much as people think I make.
Well, if Halsey calls you or her stylist, just say, hey, Kyle Knezovich from Network Indiana, the fan, Hank FM. Says hello, and she'll go, oh, yeah, I know him. Producer Kyle, yep, I know him. Yep, and anyway, hey, thanks for your time, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Really appreciate it. Yep, how can people find you on Instagram?
Union Western Clothing on Instagram. I have a personal account where I post kind of like behind the scenes stuff, but then link to my Union Western. My personal is Hoosier Built. Behind the scenes kind of stuff. Union Western is where I post all the finished stuff. UnionWestern.com. If you want to contact me for work.
I might have to get a suit.
Yeah.
Jerry Lee Atwood, Union Western Clothing. Thanks, man.